last night I've read the Quran so much. And these are what I have learned from the Quran. I lifted them up from the Quran. From the glorious Holy Quran. And this is what I've learned from them. It says here, killing of innocent people has no place in Islam. Listen. Murder is strictly forbidden in the Quran. Because in the Quran, chapter 6, verses 151 says, "Take not life which God has made sacred, except by way of justice and law. Thus does He command you that you may learn wisdom." Holy Quran, chapter 6, verse 151. And in the Hadith, it states, whoever kills a mu'ahid or a non-combatant, innocent non-Muslims, will not smell the scent of paradise. Bukhari. The Hadith says, whoever kills a mu'ahid, meaning a non-combatant, innocent non-Muslims, will not smell the scent of paradise. Bukhari. And in the Quran says, there is no compulsion in religion. You cannot be forced to take religion or to believe in religion. The right way has become distinct from error. Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 256. In the Islamic law forbids aggressive warfare. The Quran says, but if the enemy is inclined towards peace, do you also incline towards peace and trust in God? For He is the one who hears and knows all things. Holy Quran, chapter 8, verse 61. If your enemies are inclined toward peace, you have to also be inclined towards peace. They are making peace with you, be also at peace with them. According to the Sunni tradition, Abu Bakr al-Siddiq, the first caliph, gave these instructions to his armies, and I quote, "I instruct you in 10 matters," he said. "Do not kill women, children, the old, or the infirm. Do not cut down fruit-bearing trees. Do not destroy any town." Malik's Muwatta, Kitab al-Jihad. That's from the first caliph. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be unto him, counseled doing good to those who harm you, and is said to have commanded, and I quote, this is from Prophet Muhammad, "Do not be people without minds of your own, saying, if others treat you well, you will treat them well. And that if they do wrong to you, and if they do wrong you, will do wrong to them. Instead, accustom yourselves to do good if people do good, and not to do wrong even if they do evil." Al-Timidhi. The Quran, the Holy Quran, demands of believers that they exercise justice towards people even where they have reason to be angry with them. And do not let the hatred of a people prevent you from being just. Be just, that is nearer to righteousness. The Holy Quran, chapter 5, verse 8. I studied the Quran very well. And you know, in my study, violence has no place in Islam. Violence has no place in Islam. This is the reminder of the Quran, and I quote, "We made a covenant with you that you shall not shed your blood, nor shall you evict each other from your homes. You agreed and bore witness." Holy Quran, chapter 2, verse 84. The traits of the believers are reflected not in violence as understood from these verses. They, and I quote, "They avoid gross sins and vice, and when angered, they forgive. They respond to their Lord by observing prayers or salat. Their affairs are decided after due consultations among themselves, and from our provisions to them, they give to charity. When gross injustice befalls them, they stand up for their rights. Although the just requital for an injustice is an equivalent retribution. Those who pardon and maintain righteousness are rewarded by God. He does love the unjust. He does not love the unjust." Certainly, those who stand up for their rights when injustice befalls them are not committing any error. The wrong ones are those who treat the people unjustly and resort to aggression without provocation. These have incurred a painful retribution. Resorting to patience and forgiveness reflects a true strength of character. In the Holy Quran, chapter 42, verses 37 to 43. Innocent people are victims of violence. Killing innocent people is prohibited and condemned. Holy Quran, chapter 17, verse 33, chapter 6, verse 151, and chapter 25, verse 68. One such verse states, and I quote, "You shall not kill any person, for God has made life sacred, except in the course of justice. If one is killed unjustly, when we give his heir authority to enforce justice, thus he shall not exceed the limits in avenging the murder. He will be helped." Quran, Holy Quran, chapter 17, verse 33. Suicide bombing, which is part of violence, is also prohibited as understood from this verse. And I quote, "O you who believe, do not consume each other's properties illicitly. Only mutually acceptable transactions are permitted. You shall not kill yourselves. God is merciful towards you." Holy Quran, chapter 4, verse 29. Suicide bombing is not permitted. You shall not kill yourselves. Grossness of murder can be understood from this verse, and I quote, "Because of this, we decreed for the children of Israel that anyone who murders any person who had not committed murder or horrendous crimes, it shall be as if he murdered all the people. And anyone who spares a life, it shall be as if he spared the lives of all the people. Our messengers went to them with clear proofs and revelations, but most of them, after all this, are still transgressing." Holy Quran, chapter 5, verse 32.